Hello, everyone. I'm going to give everybody a second to get in here. And then we will start talking. We're going to talk crystal bracelets today. Because of all the bracelets I have on the table, I'm not going to go over the metaphysical properties unless you really want to know about a certain crystal. I'm going to kind of go over their minimum information, and then we shall proceed. So it won't be a very long live, but how this works is like how most of the lives work, where if you want one of the bracelets, I can intuitively pick one for you. Because keep in mind, we do have multiples of each bracelet, but I've only grabbed one of each. I can intuitively pick one for you and send it out to claim. For example, grab this one that's right here. It is a lepidolite bead bracelet. So you would just say, claim lepidolite bracelet, and then the price, which is $15. That lets me know that you know what the price is. And then we will put it aside for you. I'll intuitively pick one for you. And we can send it out ASAP. To actually have it sent out to you, we will send you an invoice. We'll message you, send you an invoice, and figure out your email. Wow, I'm out of track today. Message you, get your email, send you an invoice, and then we can send out your product as soon as we get the payment for it. You will be also, if I have to ship it out to you, there will also be a shipping charge. If you are someone who is local and plans to pick it up, you have till the end of the weekend to do so. Sorry, I'm snacking. So again, it's not going to be super in-depth. Just a quick scan through of some of the bracelets that we have available. I find wearing crystal bracelets really, really easy. You can just slip them on. And I've only had one crystal bracelet that has ever kind of loosened on me and broken. So they do last so long as you take care of them. Do not shower with your crystal bracelets. Not only will soap and water ruin the actual stone itself, but it will also ruin the elastic band. It will cause it to get wet, and then just like how a rubber band does, it will kind of like dry rot. So to prolong the life of your crystal bracelet, do not get it wet. A lot of you guys like to shower with your jewelry on. And I'm not judging, but I am judging a little bit. Because it's not just getting wet, it's also getting soap and everything on it. So just definitely do yourself a favor. You're spending the money on it. Make it last as long as it possibly can. All right. So let's get into it. So right here, I've got sodalite. This is what's called a nugget bracelet because it isn't exactly round. I'm trying to back it up so I can, there we go. Okay. It isn't exactly round. They kind of look like tumbles attached to the band. So they're all different sizes and shapes. So if you are someone that needs symmetry, these guys are also fantastic. They're also great if you're looking like for an in-between, a like masculine and feminine type shape. This is kind of like that in-between, and it's also very fitting and chunky. So if you are more of a chunky person, this is a good option for you. But this is a Sodalite Nugget bracelet, and this is 15. Majority of the bracelets are going to be between 12 and 15. Some of them do have some different stones, and depending on the cut, the price might be a little bit different, and it may vary a little bit. So going into more of the nugget shapes, this is what's called fancy jasper. And by looking at it, it just has a lot of different types of jasper. I need to move this. So same thing, that nugget style. And it looks small, but the elastic band stretched quite a bit. So fancy jasper, use 15. It's got tree agate, moss agate, or not agate, but jasper, different types of like green jasper. So yeah, this is what's called fancy jasper. It's just different types of jaspers. It's really neat. Each one is very different. So I like, there's one that's got a lot of chalcedony in it. Really cool. Fancy jasper, 15. Going into this one here. So this is, I'm trying to double check it. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So astrophyllite and our fedzenite get confused quite often. But there are different fibers where you can tell the difference. This one is said to be astrophyllite. So I can't really get, there we go. So there is some really cool detail in this. It's not just black. It's got some different types of fibers in it. There we go. Trying to get it to focus. But also get it close enough so you guys can see all the details. That looks pretty cool. This is in the bead style. Do I have any rose quartz? Yes, I do. And I think I have it in two different types. I have rose quartz in the tumbled, like the nugget size shapes. And then I also have them in the beads. So we'll just go right into the rose quartz. So this is the bead tumbles. They are a paler rose quartz. They're not extremely pink. They're more on the pale side, but still rose quartz regardless. And then I do not have any of the nugget rose quartz out here, but I do have it. So if you want to see it, I can go and grab it. They're just going to be similar to this design, but in rose quartz. I am trying to, there we go. Okay. Goodness. So there's our rose quartz. And the rose quartz bracelet is 14. And the band on the inside is actually pink. It's got a little pink hue to it. So rose quartz bead bracelet, 14. This one right here, another bead style. This is lepidolite. Lepidolite is also great as far as confidence, self-love. I kind of put it in the same family of like self-care stones as rose quartz. When I think of rose quartz, I don't think of romantic love. I think of self-love, and lepidolite's the same. Lepidolite's a little softer. And it's got a really pretty color. It's kind of like a matte purple. But that is lepidolite, and lepidolite is 15. Moving into one of my protection crystals. This is onyx. Onyx is another protective stone. It's also a grounding stone. It is lighter than most of the black crystals. So you've got obsidian, which is a little bit heavier than onyx. I find onyx to be the lightest of like the black protection crystals, and they are pure black onyx. Onyx is also more common, and we are looking at $10 for the onyx bead bracelet. I'm going to move some of these guys down. This guy. All right. This one right here is rhodonite. Rhodonite is great for self-love, self-expression. It's also a stone that helps aid with sexuality. So if you're struggling with your more feminine side, sexual side, rhodonite helps a lot with that. It's great for confidence. And usually you'd find it with speckles of black in it, but this is just the pink part of the rhodonite. And rhodonite is becoming more and more expensive. So if you are interested in the rhodonite bead bracelet, she is 15. Continuing, I really like this one. This is chevron amethyst. There really is no difference as far as metaphysical properties from real amethyst. Chevron amethyst is also known as dream amethyst, which gives it that ethereal type name. But chevron amethyst is an amethyst that has the white bands in it. So it's not that straight gemmy purple. It's like the best bead I can find to show that white banding is like this one right here. That is what makes chevron amethyst is the bands. AKA dream amethyst. Yeah, that's a really nice one. So this is chevron amethyst, and she is also 15. Moving on, we're going back to that nugget style of bracelet. This is mookaite. I don't know a whole lot about mookaite, so I might have to do a quick little search on it. Let's learn together. You want to know a little bit more about mookaite? Okay. So, mookaite aids in regeneration, wound healing, and strength. It also helps in making decisions, boosts creativity and new ideas and new perceptions. It also helps boost self-esteem moving forward in life, and helps meditation and dreams. And I guess mookaite is a rather rare crystal because it can only be found in Western Australia. Wonderful colors and patterns ranging from reds, yellows, and creams, pinks, and purples. Ooh, so here is a fun fact. Its name refers to running water after the Mooka Creek where it was found. It's also known as mookaite jasper, even though it is not a true jasper. But that is mookaite. If you are interested in the mookaite bracelet, I only have it in the nugget form. I do not have it in the beads. It is $15. This is one of my favorites as far as stones go. I usually am wearing one. This is sunstone. And sunstone is really cool because from far away, you wouldn't think of it. But if you look in these beads, it has such a shimmery, glittery look to them. You're welcome, Gina. It has a very shimmery and glittery look. And it's very, very pretty if you put a light to sunstone. Sunstone is great for creativity, works with the sacral chakra. So if you need help focusing, it also is a great energy booster. So if you feel like you need a ray of sunshine to help wake you up, sunstone is great for that. Helps keep you focused and on task, and keeps the creativity and the self-esteem boosts high. If you are interested in this sunstone, by the way, this is a bead, but it is a smaller bead, so a little bit more daintier. She is $16. And I'm going to show, I didn't grab the other one. It's all right. Let's do this one. All right. This is Howlite. Howlite is great for sleep. If you suffer from insomnia, Howlite will help you get some rest. Howlite also brings a lot of peace. If you are just someone who is highly agitated, mookaite helps bring you down to a level of calm. It's a very peaceful stone, very restful stone. So if you are in need of a soothing stone, Howlite is it for you. And this guy, he's that nugget shape, and he is also $15. I got this one right here, which is really neat. This is the bead style. This is a multi-tiger's eye. So there is red tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye, and normal tiger's eye in here. There might even be tiger iron. But some of these beads are blue, right next to some reds. So it's very cool if you want multiple tiger's eyes in one instead of just the one type. You can get all of them in one bracelet. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago where tiger's eye is actually toxic if it's not like tumbled and if you like breathe it in and lick it and stuff due to the copper. So the blue is actually the unoxidized copper, while the regular tiger's eye is oxidized. If you are interested in the multi-tiger's eye bracelet, it is $12. Going into one of my favorite bracelets to wear all the time. This is tourmaline. Black tourmaline also, but it has different types of tourmaline in it. So it's a multi-tourmaline. So you've got tourmaline, black tourmaline in quartz. You've got rutilated tourmaline here. There's another rutile tourmaline, and then black tourmaline in between. So tourmaline and quartz is just going to amplify the effects of tourmaline. Tourmaline is a great protection stone, strictly black tourmaline. Excellent protection stone. I wear it all the time. It helps prevent against psychic vampires, and it also helps heal any negativity that has already gotten into your space. So it's like a filter for negative energy, and then it's a deflector of psychic vampires, people that drain you. It's like a shield against them, and it's reversible. So it pushes that energy back out instead of letting it infiltrate your space. And then anything within your space just gets filtered out. I always wear my black tourmaline bracelet. And this guy is 15, also daintier, smaller beads. Going into another one of my favorite stones. This is garnet. Garnet is great for, and not that we're there yet, but it is great for New Year's because it is think of it as a filter, like a blood filter. It helps detoxify. So if you are in need of a detoxifying stone, it is said to detoxify the blood and just kind of restart your thinking. It's also another high sexual energy stone. So if you are in need of a like libido boost or in need of just the want to feel sexy and sensual, garnet is great for that. It also has protective qualities. If you pair garnet with tourmaline, you've got a nice protective barrier. And if you look closely from the screen, it looks black, but black tourmaline. But garnet actually has a maroon, like a Merlot colored wine color is a good way of saying it. It's like a red wine. If you are interested in this guy, again, it's another dainty bead bracelet. She is 12. What works best for anxiety and grounding? Howlite is great to relieve anxiety. If you want to ground and center at the same time, tiger's eye would be good for that. I'm looking at the table right now. I also have dragon's blood jasper, which is good for grounding as well. And tourmaline will also help you ground too. I've seen if we had any smoky quartz, but it looks like we don't. So if you want a good combination, these ones here are great. For which one? For the howlite is 15. That's going to be your anxiety ritter. And then if you're looking for, which other one were you wanting? I know I brought up a couple at the same time. The whole setup, that would be, I had tourmaline on one hand. I also had onyx. So the tourmaline is 15. Okay, yep. The tourmaline is 15. The onyx is 10. And the howlite is 15. So we're looking at 40 for the setup of three bracelets. And then you're prone to panic attacks. Howlite is great for that. Howlite is supposed to help deflect against that type of feeling against anxiety. Another good one for that is Angelite. It's another very soothing stone. Helps connect to the spirit realm, so especially angels, higher ascension. So it's supposed to be a very soothing stone. I don't know too much about it. I can actually look it up right now. Angelite and celestite, from what I heard, are basically the same thing, just in different forms. Aids with angel contact, spirit guide contact, and telepathy. It's calming and soothing and helps release tension, anger, and stress, alleviates psychological pain, promotes compassion and understanding, and promotes a heightened awareness. So, another soothing stone. I was also looking up the care instructions. Do not get this one wet. It will turn white. This is a porous stone that will actually get filled up with water, and then it will turn white, and then you don't have that pretty blue color anymore. So if you want something to calm you down and help with stress relief, this is a good combo. And I wish we had some, but we don't. I love smoky quartz for grounding. If I could recommend, howlite in a smoky quartz bracelet is also great. But the black stones are also just as grounding. So onyx would help with the grounding portion of that, so you're not super floaty. Safely wear around kids and animals. I mean, these guys are good. However, if you have kids that are going to just pull on your stuff, and if you let them pull on your stuff, ultimately this will snap. Same thing with animals. If you have animals that jump on you, bite, and pull, you might have an issue with these type of elastic bracelets. That is the only thing I can say about that. If your kids are good and they don't pull on stuff, or they're good with not pulling on stuff, then you would have a better bet. But if the kids are prone to pulling, these guys might not be your best bet. And that's just me being honest. What stone bracelet would be good? Kittens always want to be in the lap. Oh, I don't think the kittens would end up pulling on it. I think you'd be fine with that. I'm thinking like dogs, or dogs that want to jump, nip, and pull. What stone bracelet would be good for both to have more energy when waking up and dealing with others, that anything negative coming my way doesn't bug me? Good combo for that. Yeah. Tourmaline, black tourmaline, and sunstone. Sunstone is great for energy, especially when waking up. I wear what's usually called Arusha, which is a mixture of sunstone and aquamarine. We do not sell those, but it's still sunstone. Sunstone is the waking up part. So high energy stone. And then we do have just normal black tourmaline. I'm actually wearing one. We have, no problem. We have just the black tourmaline that isn't this multicolor tourmaline. I don't have the multicolor one. I just wear my black tourmaline, but I wear it all the time. So I would say either the multicolor tourmaline with the sunstone, or just the plain black tourmaline with the sunstone. So you've got one that's blocking and then one that's helping with the energy part. I should have worn my sunstone today because I am tired. I am ready to, it's the daylight savings. That's what I'm going to say. Daylight savings, and it getting dark early. I'm still trying to get accustomed to that. I like it in the morning because I get up and moving. I'm on my way to work and the sun is shining. But man, 5 o'clock hits and I'm like, why do I feel like I need to be getting ready for bed? And man, when I used to be a bartender and daylight savings was a thing, goodness, I was exhausted. But yeah, for both Melanie and Starmex, if you are interested, just let me know. If you want to claim any of them, just write down in the comments, claim, and then which one you want, and then we can message you from there. And we can do the combinations and everything. I like crystal combinations for bracelets. I'll show you guys what I'm wearing today. Now, we do not have all of these. We do have shungite, which is going to be the one in the back. It's like the matte black one. I wear shungite because I do the social media here. So I'm constantly in front of a screen. So shungite helps with EMF protection and blue light protection. So I'm always wearing that. The guy I got on top is a custom labradorite bracelet. I got a little skull on top, and then I have my black tourmaline. On the other side, this is, again, we don't have these, but I'm just sharing. I've got a Larimar bracelet and my evil eye. We do have the evil eyes. That we do. But a lot of my bracelets I have gotten online through Crystal Live shows over the years. So we don't have all of these, but I will say we have shungite and we have the black tourmaline. Another cool one that's actually been drawing some attention today is Dragon's Blood Jasper, and this will probably be the one that I end on. Dragon's Blood Jasper. It helps us to understand our thoughts and emotions. It's a strong connection to the heart chakra, boosts strength and courage, and then grounds and centers during meditation, and helps to bond between parents and child. That's kind of cool. So if you are having a hard time bonding with your kids, getting yourself and getting your kid a Dragon's Blood Jasper bracelet might help. It's also it helps you with strength and courage, trying to push through tough situations. You know what? I'll end on this one. So I have a blue kyanite bracelet, which is hard to come by because blue kyanite isn't usually tumbled. It is usually in blades. But we have it in a bracelet. Now, she is expensive for the beaded bracelets, but again, that's because you really don't see it in this form. So this is blue kyanite. And again, usually it's in the blades that you see, and they're very fibrous. So getting them in these tumbled shapes, I'm sure takes a lot of time. And then blue kyanite in itself is not a very cheap crystal in general, but it is a very cool stone when it comes to its metaphysical properties. So it increases perseverance and mental stamina. It aids in dream recall, aids communication and self-expression, has a very strong energy and high vibration, and then boosts psychic ability and communication. So it aids in communication as far as you being able to speak your feelings and your truth, and also aids in spiritual communication. So if you are someone who is trying to channel, or who is trying to communicate with the spirit realm but needs a little bit of help, this would be great to wear for meditation. Like, look at how pretty. Look at that. Look at that one bead. But that is blue kyanite, and she is 30. And it's because of her rarity. But that is what I've got. If you guys have any questions or you want to claim anything real quick before I log off, this is Blue Appetite. I'll give you guys a quick synopsis on it. Blue Appetite helps with communication. Again, speaking your truth. It is also called the public speaking stone. So if you have a hard time speaking in public, if you're someone for a job who does presentations, or you have to speak during a meeting, this is a great bracelet for that. It also is said that Blue Appetite actually helps aid with diet suppression. So it helps you differentiate whether you're hungry or whether you're thirsty, or if you even are hungry or bored. It helps with that. That is, again, hearsay. That is what they say that it helps with. So if you are someone who has a hard time with kind of deciphering food, if you're someone who maybe struggles with eating when you're bored or eating when you're stressed, Blue Appetite might help with that. But if you have any further questions, let me know. If not, I'm going to log off and go and help Miss Darlene with closing up the shop here soon. I'm trying to think. We have some events going on this weekend, a couple classes. So if you are interested in taking a class, want to do something this weekend, we have 2 going on. I think one that involves archangels, communicating with archangels, and then a shamanic journey class with 7. What else do we got going on? We got readers every day. I've had quite a few people ask about readers this week. So just for everybody who is watching this back, we have readers every day. However, all of our readers vary in what they do. So if you are looking for something in general, or you're trying to find a tarot reader, I would go online to our readers and healers, see who reads tarot, and then see when they are in the shop. Or you can just make it a little bit easier for yourself and book online. When you find the reader that you kind of bond with, you can book with them through that. That way, you are guaranteed a time slot with them, instead of playing the game of, well, we'll see if they have an available slot when I go into the shop. Sometimes I have told people that I'm like, oh yeah, so-and-so doesn't have anybody right now. And they'll come in already on their way, but someone has already claimed a spot. So they have to wait 15, 30 minutes for their reading. So if you want to guarantee yourself a time, do yourself a favor and just pre-book. Other than that, that is all I've got for you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope everybody gets used to this daylight savings time if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good one.